And hello, Shock fans. This is your beloved Soldier of the Inverted Cross, Rip the Full-Blown Freak Show, aka Gold Member, here in front of the Rip's Random Reviews. And this is Star Wars Black Series Ahsoka Tano. Oh, I love this figure. I got her on eBay for like $10. I was willing to pay full price for her. This is actually a reshoot. One of the first times I've ever done a reshoot on a figure, actually, because when I bought this figure, I could not get the head to move, and I just didn't have time to, like, you know, deal with this, do this. I got this figure at a very rough time in my life last year. If you guys, I'm not going to go into detail about it, but if you guys watch some of my other videos, you know why. And I didn't have time to get this head moving, so I just reviewed her, and I was like, and the head's supposed to move, but it doesn't on mine. And I just took it was paint stuck, and I just took a knife and kind of worked with it and got it to move. Like, move up and down pretty decent, but not as much as it is now. And you'll see an articulation like what it can do. Let's get her standing about straight up. And this was a hard figure to get when she first came out. Like, I've never seen her in store. For scale, I'm having a hard time getting her stand. This is not normally the case, even though some people say they have a hard time getting her to stand. So there we go. This is my dumbass. There she is with Thrawn. She's decently sized female character. Here she is with, and I just knocked every damn thing over. Here she's with Rey, slightly taller than Rey. Man, just sitting over those couple things I knocked over because, yeah. She comes with the two lightsabers, the shorter one and the longer one. These can both peg on her belt. Again, I don't like taking those blades out. It worries me. Paint, her face is really good. Like, one eye might look a little bit off there, but that's, you know, what you're going to get. The lips look pretty good. I mean, you're going to run into stuff in this because I didn't expect this to be as painted as well as it was. But Hasbro did a really good job on this. And I'm going to say what a lot of other people did. I don't know what they did, but they really made this character, like, they did a good job capturing a female figure with it looking like, you know, the curve of the figure. The cloth goods skirt doesn't really get in the way of anything unless you pull it straight down like that. If you have it like ruffled a little bit, it'll be fine. Boots look good. Like I said, you know, it all looks great. She's a fun, posable figure. I was really worried she was going to be more limited with the head, but when I got it to move, finally, really happy with it. She can look left pretty far, right pretty far, up a little bit. Now, you can't really get, you know, there's nothing you can do about this. She can look down a little bit, and then you can always work the diaphragm joint into this, because she's got a good diaphragm joint. It can go about that far back. She can go pretty far forward with it, and then she's got a good pivot with it, really good pivot with it, rotation with it. Arms can go up about that much, which is really good. They can rotate, nothing really gets in the way. Elbows can bend about that much. There's a swivel there. She's got in and out on this wrist and a swivel, and then this one's hinged to go up and down. She can do the legs out pretty far due to the skirt. Not the best, obviously, but I mean, there's no complaints there. She can kick forward pretty far, and the skirt doesn't affect it. She can kick back extremely far, which is way more than a Marvel Legend can nowadays. There's a thigh swivel in there. Double jointed knees. And again, this doesn't look as bad as the Kylo Ren and the Rey and the Thrawn I reviewed. I like, and I'll be reviewing those probably in the future. So the reason, like I said, this is a reshoot. That's why you're hearing me say that. Foot can go forward pretty decent. I mean, not the best. Can go back pretty decent, and she can pivot. But now this stuff here on the side is going to get in the way of her articulation. So, would I suggest this figure? I got her for about $10, and I was willing to pay $24. So yeah, I would highly suggest this figure. I like the character. I really enjoyed watching the Clone Wars show. I enjoyed her on Rebels. I like this character, and I hope we see more of her in the future. I know, you know, with the way Star Wars works and timelines and stuff, you know, at some point, you know, there's going to be, like, well, with the movies with Rey and Kylo, she'd probably be a lot older than that if they work her in. But, I mean, I'd like to see more of this character, you know. I get, you know, like, when you get into Star Wars and it's, like, 200 years in the future from when the events of the Clone Wars, we can assume she's, you know, might not be around then, but any way they can work this character in, I hope they do. She's an interesting character. I've always, liked her character arc, especially when they moved beyond her being the cute sidekick to Anakin, and they made her more of her own, like, independent, strong character that had her own story arcs. Because I know a lot of people had told me, like, they were like, apprentice for Anakin, I don't know. But then, when it happened, and most of us enjoyed her. Really happy to see, what they've done with this character, how they've gone with this character since she was just like the little girl character. Basically she was just the girl power Padawan type that everybody thought she was going to be, but they've made her so much more than that. And like I said, I'm just really happy with how everything turned out on this figure. I highly suggest her. One of my favorite figures in the Black Series line. And at some point, when I pick up a few more figures, I will be doing a Top 10 Black Series. If you've seen my Top 10 Marvel Legends and various things, I will be doing more Top 10s, and she would definitely be on that list. So until next time, this has been your beloved Soldier of the Inverted Cross, Rip the Full-Blown Freak Show, signing off. I almost forgot to say, and the Gold Member, signing off. Farewell.